Everybody, where do you go when you've just been indoors for 3 days, you have no food, you haven't eaten anything of any kind of substance in the last couple hours? You go to Epcot. I'm craving tabbouleh right now, I'm craving hummus, I'm craving pita, all of it. I'm gonna go over to the Morocco Pavilion and manja. I don't know why, I don't know if anybody feels this way, but all things considered, I came back to the house last night. We've actually lost our power. We haven't had power in the last 48 hours. So like our house is completely dark. All of the trees, even though we just got our trees cut, all of the branches and everything are in our front lawn. So I had to do some yard work earlier and get, some of the branches out of there. I don't know why though. I mean, I'm safe, all things considered. No one that I know of has been injured. There's no flooding or any structural damage. I think our screen on our pool ripped and we have to replace that, but really could be a lot worse. Maybe a few shingles on the roof, but all in all, it could be a lot worse. We just don't have power. And I am crying. I don't even know why. I'm usually a lot cooler than this. And I think it's the feeling that you just endured something that you felt was going to be really traumatic. And then a part of you's like prepared for that kind of anxiety. And then right now I'm just kind of just dealing with it. And I don't know, I'm having a hard time dealing with it today. I'm off from work today, so I just figured I'd go over to Epcot, eat something. None of the restaurants in the area are open. Our grocery stores aren't open yet. We don't have any power. The lights, when you're driving, aren't working, the stoplights. So basically everybody has to treat it as a four-way stop, but not everybody's abiding by that. So it's really dangerous to drive right now. I don't know, I'm just kind of scared. And I know I shouldn't be. Look how beautiful, look at this, Epcot, right? I just don't feel it. I just don't feel secure just yet, because I know that there's gonna be so much more because we don't have any power that's gonna take a long time to get everything back and going. Like we have running water though, which is really good. So I was able to take a shower and air dry out my hair and brush my teeth and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. At the hotel, we actually did lose power. In my last video, I was like, okay, we're fine. At 11 o'clock that night, at 2 in the morning at that night, we actually lost all of our power. So there was only elevator generators working, but nothing else. So I mean, it's been a scary couple of days, and just not really knowing what's going to happen and going around. I think that's what causes me the most anxiety. And I also just think I'm very hungry. So I'm sorry I'm ranting and just keeping talking about the hurricane, but I've never endured anything like this. I'm not from here, and this is the biggest hurricane that I've endured. So just want to give you guys an update, and let's go get some food. Let's eat our troubles away. That's what I like to do. All right, bye. Now it's such a relief. Look at my food. This is my favorite thing. I get extra tabbouleh. Well, I just have them substitute out like the olives and the couscous and pita, and it's so good. I think I'm gonna feel a lot better after I eat. I've been here a couple minutes now, and it kind of seems a little more serious than usual. I think a lot of people are kind of feeling the same way. So maybe this is just a normal way to feel. I don't know. Like I said, I've never experienced anything like this, so I don't want to be like a drama queen, but I think this is, I'm having this incredible feeling of like guilt too, because of just what happened with Houston, what happened with the hurricanes there, and that we kind of got off easy. And sometimes I feel that way, like it's almost like, they didn't anticipate anything, they weren't prepared, and then, their town and everything, I mean, there's flooding and all these things is so unfortunate, and then here we are, and I'm at Disney World, and I don't know, it just seems like a lot. I'm gonna eat something. I'll talk to you. now I'm in the Museum of the Personal Adornment. It is right across from Tangerine Cafe. It is a free exhibit and it shows the clothing and the accessories of the Berber people, which is the most recognized people, maybe the earliest inhabitants of Morocco. So it shows a lot of the roots and even some of the things that we still wear today, and I'm about to show that too, so it's really neat. I don't think we wear these as much today, but this is an example of a traditional fez. And these were popular actually in the 21st century by people in the United States and the UK who wore smoking jackets. This was an accessory to complete that ensemble. So kind of interesting. This is an example of an outfit that a woman would wear in the mountains. And I don't think as a whole this looks like something we would wear today, but there's a lot of elements that are still very practical. So for example, like a longer skirt, like a high-waisted skirt tucked in, I think that's a very classic look. And if you kind of look under the hat, there's pom-pom detail, and then definitely if you look at this was all the rage for spring 2017 was the pom-pom detail, and so you can kind of see that. And it's kind of interesting, he has those gold cups there because he sold water, so the water, those glasses or those bowls clinked together and made it more attractive for people to buy water. So here again is an example. This was all over spring 2017 with fashion, where the pom-poms and the bright colored details, and this is all Berber inspired embroidery. So this is where it all began. I thought this was really interesting. So here is an example of like a henna tattoo, which is really popular now, especially even like with music festivals like Coachella and stuff like that. But if you actually read the description, it says that after you get married, because this was used for bridal, after you get married, you weren't allowed to do any traditional labor until after the henna dried. So kind of a nice excuse not to do any housework, like my henna isn't dry yet, or it hasn't come off yet, I'm sorry. So if the henna hasn't come off yet, you don't have to do any housework, so that's cool. And then I see these pretty much everywhere as well. These are called hamsas. So if you kind of look closer, here, let me scoot over here. These are an example of a hamsa, which is used for protection. So I can scroll over here as well. And these were kind of given as protectors, so it's really neat.
Magic winter show with summer snow for spending me and you. No rules for me. I'm free.
I just got off the Frozen ride. It was like a 85 to 125 minute wait. Usually today was 40 minutes, it was walk on, so it was really cute. Alright, so I'm gonna try the vegan ice cream that I mentioned in the last video. Today there aren't any crowds, so it's a great day to enjoy some of the food and wine. So let me try. As we wind down tonight, I just want to make a point that, a lot has happened the last weekend, but a lot has been going on in the last couple weeks. Just anytime you turn on the news, there's something that's going on. So I always try to refrain from anything political, but let's just treat each other with a lot more compassion and a lot more love. And we never know what the other person is going through, and we never know it until we actually walk a mile in their shoes. So let's just do our best to be the best for the other people around us. Because I think right now, more than ever, everybody needs a little bit more love, okay? Alright guys, thanks for watching.